Hello and welcome to Pool Kleen Services. Ever wonder what keeps your pool sparkling clean and safe for swimming? It all comes down to a few key chemicals. Today, we're breaking down the major players in pool chemistry, explaining what they are and what they do. Let's dive in. First up, the superstar of sanitation, chlorine. This is what keeps your pool free from algae and bacteria. You can add chlorine in a few main ways. First, shock. Think of this as a quick boost. We use shock to rapidly increase your pool's chlorine level when it needs a powerful cleanup. Next, tablets. These are your go-to for everyday chlorine maintenance in traditional chlorine pools. They dissolve slowly, helping to keep your chlorine levels steady. Finally, salt. For saltwater pools, it's all about the salt. The salt level in your pool determines how much chlorine your salt cell can generate. Now, when you test your water, you'll see three types of chlorine: free, combined, and total. First, free chlorine. This is the good stuff. Free chlorine actively fights off algae and keeps your pool clean and clear. We want to keep your free chlorine level between 1 and 3 parts per million. Next, combined chlorine, or chloramines. This is the less desirable kind. If your pool smells strongly of chemicals, looks cloudy, or irritates your skin and eyes, it's likely due to chloramines. It's not safe to swim when combined chlorine is above 2 parts per million. To get rid of it, you'll usually need a heavy dose of shock over a few days. Finally, total chlorine. This is simply the sum of your free and combined chlorine. Many test strips can't directly measure combined chlorine, so here's a trick. Subtract your free chlorine from your total chlorine, and what's left is your combined chlorine level. Next, let's talk about cyanuric acid, or CYA. This chemical acts like a bodyguard for your chlorine, stabilizing it so it works effectively for longer, especially in sunlight. Some chlorine tablets contain CYA, and if you use a lot of tabs, your CYA levels can get too high. When CYA is too high, it can lead to something called chlorine lock. This is where your chlorine becomes ineffective and can even turn into those irritating chloramines. So, be conservative with those tabs. Just one tab can raise your CYA levels quite a bit. We recommend keeping your CYA level between 30 and 50 parts per million. Now, let's move on to calcium. Keeping the right amount of calcium chloride in your pool helps maintain the hardness of your water. Too little calcium can make your water corrosive, causing it to steal minerals from your pool's surfaces and equipment. You might also see cloudiness or foam. Too much calcium can also lead to cloudy water, often with a fine white powder settling at the bottom. We call this fallout. Over time, this can cause scale buildup on your pool walls, floor, and inside your equipment. A word of caution. When adding calcium, be very careful. It generates a lot of heat. Never let calcium pile up on your pool liner, as it can cause damage. If you have a pool heater, pay extra attention to calcium. Heated water can cause calcium to come out of solution faster. Besides regular balancing, a sacrificial zinc anode can help protect your heater from excess calcium and copper. Now, let's discuss alkalinity, specifically in the form of sodium bicarbonate. Think of alkalinity as your pool's pH buffer. Because ideal pool water is slightly alkaline, this chemical helps your pool absorb and neutralize acidic elements. Low alkalinity makes your water acidic and corrosive, and you might even see a green tint, as most algae love acidic environments. High alkalinity can lead to cloudy water, often with fallout, that white powder again, and scaling on your pool surfaces or equipment. Closely related to alkalinity is your pH level. We aim for a pH between 7.2 and 7.6. This range is crucial because 1, it helps prevent algae. 2, it makes your chlorine more effective. Finally, it's the ideal range for any supplemental chemical treatments you might need, like algicide or metal removers. To adjust your pH, you can use soda ash to raise your pH and sodium bisulfate to lower your pH. Alkalinity can also slightly raise pH, while muriatic acid can dramatically lower it if needed. Finally, let's touch on some common supplemental chemicals that can give your pool an extra boost. First, algicide. This helps prevent new algae growth. While it's not as effective as shock for turning a green pool blue, it's an important part of your regular maintenance. We recommend adding algicide when you open and close your pool. Second, phosphate remover. Phosphates are organic materials that can cause cloudy water and are basically algae food. Products like Phosphorus Max can significantly reduce phosphate levels quickly. Next, we have clarifiers. If your water is cloudy but your main chemicals are balanced, clarifiers can help. They use enzymes or microflocculants to gather tiny particles, making them easier for your filter to remove. We like C-Clear Chitosan Clarifier or Natural Chemistry's Pool First Aid and Pool Perfect Total. Related to clarifiers are flocculants. For severely cloudy pools, flocculants can be a last resort. They make suspended particles drop out to the bottom where you can then vacuum them. Use these sparingly, as improper use can affect your pool equipment and chemistry. Finally, metal removers. These products help remove copper and iron buildup. It's crucial that your chlorine levels are 1 part per million or lower when using metal removers to avoid negative effects. We recommend using them when you close your pool for the season. Keeping your pool water perfectly balanced can seem like a lot, but you don't have to do it alone. We highly recommend bringing a pool water sample to our water quality center at our retail location in Teays Valley every 1 to 2 weeks or any time your pools look, smell, or feel seems off. Our high-precision testing equipment uses a UV system to analyze your water quality down to incredibly precise levels, allowing us to give you targeted and specific solutions. At the Water Quality Center, we'll walk you through dosing instructions, answer all your questions, and recommend any supplemental chemicals you might need. Thank you for watching. Remember, stress less and smile more with Pool Kleen Services. See you next time.